Malcolm, anything in particular spurring this scoring outburst the last couple of games?
Oh, no, I'm just being aggressive. That's about it.
Tyler, all those blocks, did it get almost contagious and you just kind of kept wanting to add to that total at a certain point?
I was never thinking about it. I knew they were getting pretty high. I just tried to keep protecting the rim because they were doing that one-up ball screen and they were getting around it. So I had to come help side, which is my job, and I'm able to protect it.
Was that fun out there getting all those?
It was a little bit because every time down, it seemed like I was getting a high five after the ball went out of bounds after I blocked it.
What was it like for you other guys to watch him pile up those blocks?
I was getting excited every time.
Josh, do you feel any peer pressure now to, shorter guy getting his blocks now? You have to.
No, not at all. I mean, he's a good player, and I mean, he was just going up there, and it was kind of weird because I thought they would pump fake more because a lot of times we were just going up and just trying to block the shot, but I mean, they just kept going up and we just kept getting them. So.
For any of you guys, it seemed like a pretty disjointed offensive game, kind of on both sides. When a team that when your defense is so good and the other team's playing so poorly offensively, does that ever kind of seep into your offensive game and maybe make you guys careless at all? Not everyone at once. Go ahead.
I don't think so. I mean, a lot of times we just got to stay aggressive, for as long as we can. And it's easy when you're beating a team 24-8, in the first half, kind of say, oh, wow, this is, how the game's going to go, and just kind of slack off. But we just got to keep working on being aggressive just to prepare us for the next game.
They obviously were kind of frustrating you guys in the backcourt. Talk about, having so many turnovers, but also, putting a win like this together. Is it kind of weird to maybe not play your best, but to come up with a pretty big win?
Yeah, like Coach was saying, it's not often that you get out rebound on the offensive end when they got 24 and we got 26 turnovers. It's very rare that you're going to win a game like that. Then they take 30 more shots, would only make like about 4. So that came from a lot of offensive rebounds. But we did a good job getting to the free throw line and making our shots.
Josh, you had a couple dunks of the last game where the crowd really got into it. Is a block kind of the same thing in terms of getting the crowd going? And there was a play first half where you dunked. I think it was maybe first pass where I think it went from Zeke to Tyler to you on that dunk. Can you talk about just moving the ball on that play, what it was like?
It's fun to do plays like that. I mean, especially our student section, they're out there, they're getting wild and saying things. They just really enjoy when either like a 3-point play or a block shot or a good defensive possession. So I mean, when we're out there, we're just trying to play. I mean, because they're dedicated fans. They come to as many games as they can, and they're always loud and they say stuff. So it's really cool.
Tyler, what were you thinking when he emptied the bench? Coach Allen emptied the bench and brought you guys back? And I think it was like 27.
What I think about them coming out or us going back in?
Yeah, that whole sequence. What was that?
I was glad that we can get him in. It's the first time all year. So I was excited for him, and then next thing you know, it went from like a 20-point lead down to, I think it was like 14 to 9. And then we saw it happening, and then Coach called us in, and it was almost kind of funny. The crowd was laughing because it just happened so fast. So they weren't really prepared to play, and I'm sure they will be next time. When they get their chance, I'll be ready.
Did you feel bad for them?
A little bit, but they knew that they messed up. People weren't in the right positions taking it out, especially with the press that they had. We were struggling. The starters, so they weren't really prepared because it's not like they were in half court set. They have a really good full court press.
Malcolm, it seems you guys' perimeter rotation defense has gotten a lot better over the past few weeks. How does that help, I guess, you? Maybe lighten some of the burden on you on the perimeter?
Yeah, it's helping not only me, but just our whole defense, period. Because we're guarding a lot of good guys that could get to the rack, and it's just really good that we have guys that could come out of nowhere and defend, get block shots like Honeycutt was doing. So that just helps us a lot.
Josh, when you first got in the game, they weren't really getting you the ball, and you started yelling for it. You know, are you trying to tell these guys against the zone that you need to get the ball?
No, it was just one of those where, you know, I mean, what we all know is like when we get the ball, we're not all trying to just go for ours. I mean, you know, coach, his big thing is getting the ball inside, but you can ask these guys, you know, we go inside, you know, me and Reeves and B Lane and Stove, you know, we like passing as just much as we like scoring. And, you know, with that, it wasn't really nothing like that. I mean, I just felt like one time it looked like he was looking right at me, and I was kind of looking at him, and he was just kind of looking, and then he kind of passed it away, and then, you know, we're up at the time, so, you know, it doesn't really bother you at all.
I think you guys are 17-0 when you have a lead of at least 10 points, but obviously there's been times where, you know, teams have gotten back and gotten real close and gotten a little bit scary for you. Is the thing that that matters is that you've won all those games, or do you worry a little bit that some of these lulls might cost you as we get deeper into the season and you're playing like more athletic, better teams?
I mean, it would be nice if we could keep adding on to the league and stuff like that, like, because, I mean, nobody want to be scared at the end, but what you laughing at, man? It would be nice if we keep, like, adding on to the league, but they keep coming back, but we just gotta stay mentally tough, and if just keep trying to hold them off, and then just wish for the best. But when we start playing a lot of more athletic teams, it's going to be harder, so we just gotta keep it going.
I'm going to ask Ben this. You guys are getting some recognition in the polls now. Do you guys feel like you're a top 25 team, and how close do you think you are to that?
We really don't try to pay attention to the rankings. We just try to go out there and just play hard, because it's not about who is supposed to win, it's about who does at the end of the day. So we feel that if we come out there if we feel that if we come out there every time, and then we'll be good.
Tyler, obviously Brendan Lane went through some stuff this week, some tough personal stuff. Did you see anything different in him maybe before the game, or when he kind of got, Brendan Lane, when he got back with the team? He had a pretty good game, 5 and 6.
I saw him at the hotel, we're roommates, and I just asked him how it went, and he said it went well. Saw a lot of family, and, you know, he wasn't able to practice, but he did a good job, you know, coming in prepared and, you know, doing a good job for us.
Did you seem to kind of play with a little more energy today, just a little more, I don't know.
Probably, you know, having a couple of days off always helps, you know, your legs. And I'm sure that, you know, his air ball free throw is a tribute to, you know, not being able to, you know, practice for the last couple of days.
Jet lag.
And jet lag.
6 rebounds.
And he had 6 rebounds, which was good.
Any other questions?